my son, one day you will step outside and realize the world is bigger than the room you grew up in, bigger than my arms, bigger than my protection. And when that day comes, I won't always be there to fight your battles. But I need you to understand something. The hardest fight in this life will never be with the world. It will be with yourself. There'll be mornings when doubt whispers your name, nights when fear sits heavy on your chest, moments when quitting will look comfortable. That is your battlefield, not the noise outside, but the voice inside. Fight the part of you that says you're not enough. Fight the habits that try to make you small. Fight the excuses that dress up like comfort. Because, my son, discipline will take you places motivation never could. I don't need you to be the strongest man in the room. I don't need you to be perfect. I need you to be brave enough to face yourself when nobody is watching. Respect people, protect your heart, stand up even when your voice shakes, and when life knocks you down, and it will, get up one more time, then you fall. That is how men are built. The world will show you many paths, some loud, some easy, some dangerous, but always remember where home is. Not this house, not these walls. Inside your values, inside your character, inside the man you choose to become. And my son, no matter how far you travel, no matter how strong you grow, no matter how many battles you win, you will always have a father who believes in you before the world ever does. Now go and show the world who you are becoming. There comes a moment in life when the noise of the world fades, and all that remains is the sound of your own thoughts. No applause, no distractions, no audience, just you and the mirror within. Because the hardest questions in life are not asked by strangers, they are asked by your own soul. Who are you when nobody is watching? Who are you when success disappears and comfort walks away? We spend so much time building a life for the outside world, chasing titles, chasing approval, chasing a version of ourselves that other people will celebrate. But rarely do we stop and ask, am I becoming the person I truly respect? Not the person they clap for, but the person my heart recognizes. Because deep reflection is not comfortable, it is not soft, it is not easy. Reflection is a quiet confrontation between who you are and who you know you could become. And sometimes that realization hurts. It shows you the dreams you abandoned, the courage you postponed, the voice inside you that you ignored because the world was louder. But listen carefully, that voice never disappears. It waits patiently inside the quiet corners of your soul. And one day it whispers again, you were meant for more. Not more money, not more fame, more truth, more purpose, more alignment between your actions and your heart. The greatest transformation does not begin in the world. It begins in silence, in the courage to sit with yourself without running away, to ask, what do I fear? What do I hide? What do I truly believe? Because the person who dares to face themselves becomes unstoppable. Not because life becomes easier, but because they finally become honest. And honesty is the birthplace of growth. So tonight, Before you chase the next goal, before you scroll another screen, before the world pulls you in 1,000 directions, pause, sit with yourself, look into the mirror within your soul, and ask the question that changes everything. Am I living or merely existing? Because a life examined is a life awakened, and the deepest journey you will ever take is the one that leads back to yourself.
Style. Slow emotion arising, powerful. Most people spend their entire lives running forward, but never once looking within. We chase money, we chase validation, we chase noise. But the real question is, when was the last time you sat alone and met yourself? Because the longest journey you will ever take is the one inside your own soul. We live in a loud world. Notifications, expectations, opinions from people who don't even know who they are. And slowly, without realizing, you begin to drift away from the person you were meant to become. Not because you are weak, but because silence is uncomfortable. Facing yourself is uncomfortable. But growth has never lived inside comfort. There comes a moment in life, a quiet one, no warning, no announcement, just you and a strange feeling you can't ignore. You start asking questions like, why do I feel empty even when I'm busy? Why does success still feel quiet inside? Why do I feel lost in a life I built myself? That moment is not your breakdown, is your invitation. The journey within does not begin with answers. It begins with honesty, painful honesty, looking in the mirror and admitting, I have been running, I have been avoiding, I have been distracted from my own becoming. And listen carefully. This is where most people stop. Because self-reflection requires courage that motivation alone cannot give you. When you finally sit with your own thoughts, you will discover 3 things. First, you are stronger than your worst days tried to convince you. Second, most of your fears were echoes, not walls. And third, the person you are becoming has been quietly waiting for you to slow down long enough to notice. You were never truly lost. You were just externally distracted. Something powerful happens when you stop running from yourself. Your decisions become clearer, your circle becomes smaller, your focus becomes sharper, and the noise that once controlled you starts to fade. Because the person who understands themselves moves differently, speaks differently, lives differently. So if you are watching this right now and something in your chest feels heavy, this message found you for a reason, not by accident, not by coincidence, but because somewhere deep inside you are ready to meet the version of you that comfort has been hyping. And when you do, everything changes. The journey within is not easy. It will require silence in a world addicted to noise. It will require patience in a world addicted to speed. And And it will require courage in moments when nobody is clapping for you. But hear me clearly, on the other side of self-discovered is a version of you that moves with quiet power. So tonight, before the world gets loud again, take 5 minutes, sit with yourself. No phone, no distractions, just you and the truth. Because the greatest transformation does not begin when you change your life. It begins when you finally meet yourself.
I was not born in comfort, I was shaped in the storm. Life did not hand me victories, it handed me battles to perform. There were nights when silence screamed, when hope felt far away, when every step forward felt heavy and doubt had its say. But adversity became my teacher, pain became my guide. Every scar upon my journey carried strength inside. I learned that falling isn't failure, it's simply part of the climb. The mountain does not fear the storm, it rises every time. So I stood up from the ashes with courage in my chest, because growth is born in struggle and warriors are shaped by tests. Now the road behind me whispers, you were stronger than you knew. And the path ahead is shining, with dreams I will pursue. From adversity to triumph, my spirit learned to grow. For the strongest trees in the forest are the ones the harsh winds blow. And if the world should try to break you, remember this simple truth: your greatest victory begins the moment you choose growth. There was a moment when everything felt impossible. No money, no support, no hope, just silence and doubt. They told him, you can't make it, you're not good enough, you should give up. And for a second, he almost believed them. But something inside him refused to die. A voice whispered, what if they're wrong? So he started small, one step, one failure, one lesson. Again, again, again. Until one day, the same people who doubted him started asking, how did you do it? And he smiled, because he knew to pair motivation is not magic. You wrote it, it's a decision to keep going when everything tells you to stop. So if you're tired, if you're broke, if you're losing, remember this:
your story is not over, your moment is coming. You just have to keep going. Your story
This is not just a month. It's your second chance. A chance to restart, to let go of what broke you, and rebuild who you were meant to be.
In these nights, your prayers are heard, your tears are seen, your heart is never alone. So don't waste it, not this time. Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Kareem. In these nights, your prayers are heard, your tears are seen, your heart is never alone. So don't waste it, not this time. Ramadan Kareem, 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 Ramadan Kareem.
I used to hate who I used to be. The weak version, the broken version, the version that cried over people, who slept peacefully after destroying me. I blamed myself for every wrong turn, every bad decision, every moment I accepted less, because I was afraid nothing better would come. And for a long time I carried my past like a prison chain to my chest. I replayed old memories like punishment. Why did I say that? Why did I stay? Why didn't I leave sooner? But healing has a strange way of sitting you down and forcing you to meet your younger self again. And when I met mine, I didn't see weakness. I saw a survivor. I saw a soul doing everything it could to make it through storms nobody else could hear. I saw someone begging for love while secretly feeling unworthy of it. Someone smiling in public but fighting silent wars behind closed doors. And suddenly I understood something. You cannot hate yourself into healing. Read that again. Inside your spirit. You cannot hate yourself into becoming whole, because growth is not murdering your past. Growth is understanding it. It is looking at the old version of you with compassion instead of disgust. It is saying,
I know you were lost. I know you were hurting. I know you made mistakes, but you survived. You survived. And some people will never understand how powerful that is, because there were nights you almost gave up. Nights your mind became a battlefield. Nights you smiled so others wouldn't worry while your soul quietly collapsed inside you. But look at you now. Still here. Still breathing. Still becoming. And maybe that is the miracle. So today, I forgive the version of myself I no longer am. I forgive the insecurity, the anger, the fear, the people-pleasing, the overthinking, the desperation to be loved by people who never deserved access to my heart. I forgive myself for not knowing what I know now, because wisdom often arrives after the damage is done. And if the old version of me could see me today, still standing, still fighting, still learning how to love myself, I think they would cry tears of relief, because everything they suffered through was not the end of the story. It was the beginning of me.
There are people in America, surrounded by millions, but still deeply alone. Cities are louder than ever, notifications never stop, screens are always glowing, and yet hearts are growing quieter. You can walk through New York, past 1,000 faces, and not one person really sees you. You can sit in a crowded room, laugh at the right moments, smile when expected, and still feel completely invisible. Because loneliness doesn't always look like isolation. Sometimes it looks like normal life. It looks like I'm fine. It sounds like I'm just tired. It hides behind busy schedules, late night scrolling, and the quiet glow of a phone at 2 a.m. And maybe that's where you are right now. Not broken, not weak, just tired of feeling unseen. But listen carefully, your loneliness is not proof that you don't matter. Sometimes it's proof that your soul is still looking for something real. So if tonight feels heavy, if the silence feels louder than usual, if the world feels close, but somehow far away, breathe. You are not strange for feeling this. You are not weak for carrying this. And most importantly, you are not as alone as it feels. Somewhere, someone else is fighting the same quiet battle.
Listen, there is a version of you that your comfort zone is terrified of. A version of you that wakes up early, moves with purpose, and doesn't ask the world for permission. But somewhere along the way, you got tired. Not lazy, just tired. Tired of trying, tired of waiting, tired of feeling like your moment keeps missing your name. But hear me clearly. Your potential did not disappear. It went quiet. It went underground. It's been waiting patiently for the day you decide to rise again. Because greatness doesn't scream, it whispers. In the mornings you wanted to quit. In the nights you almost gave up. In the small voice that keeps saying, try one more time. You are not behind. You are not finished. And you are definitely not average. You are unawakened. So wake up! Wake up to the discipline you've been avoiding. Wake up to the work you keep postponing. Wake up to the life that is waiting on the other side of your excuses. But the truth is, your future is not blocked. Your path is not broken. Your potential is just waiting for your permission to breathe. So today, not tomorrow, not next month, today, awaken your power. Listen, I know it feels quiet right now, like the world forgot your name, like the doors keep closing, like your effort is disappearing into the dark. But what if the silence is not your ending, it's your preparation? Because stars don't shine at noon. They shine when the world gets dark enough. Every late night, every moment you kept going when nobody clapped. Every time you chose discipline over comfort. You were not falling behind, you were being built. So don't panic when they don't notice you yet. Don't slow down because the room is quiet. Pressure creates diamonds, darkness reveals light. And one day soon, the same people who overlooked you will look again. Because you didn't stop, because you didn't fold, because deep down you understood something powerful. Your time was never late. Your time was loading. Now shine. Listen, there is a version of you that your comfort zone is terrified of. A version of you that wakes up early, moves with purpose, and doesn't ask the world for permission. But somewhere along the way, you got tired. Not lazy, just tired. Tired of trying, tired of waiting, tired of feeling like your moment keeps missing your name. But hear me clearly, your potential did not disappear. It went quiet, it went underground. It's been waiting patiently for the day you decide to rise again. Because greatness doesn't scream, it whispers. In the mornings you wanted to quit, in the nights you almost gave up, in the small voice that keeps saying, try one more time. You are not behind, you are not finished, and you are definitely not average. You are unawakened. So wake up! Wake up to the discipline you've been avoiding. Wake up to the work you keep postponing. Wake up to the life that is waiting on the other side of your excuses. Of the truth is, your future is not blocked. Your path is not broken. Your potential is just waiting for your permission to breathe. So today, not tomorrow, not next month, today, awaken your power.
Look to the silence between the sirens, to the heartbeat that refused to stop, even when the world was falling apart. If you are hearing this, you survived, and survival is not weakness. They saw the smoke, they heard the headlines, but they did not feel the shaking walls, the sleepless nights, the empty chairs at the table. War does not only destroy cities, it tries to destroy the human spirit. But you are still breathing.
To the mother who hides her tears in the dark, to the child who learned fear before learning peace, to the father carrying tomorrow on exhausted shoulders, I see you.
You are not forgotten. Your story did not end with the sound of explosions, because listen carefully. Steel is forged in fire, and the fact that your heart still beats today means something inside you refused to surrender. You bent, but you did not break. You cried, but you did not disappear. You fell, but you are still here. And one day, the same hands that wiped away tears will build again. The same feet that ran from danger will walk into a new future. The same hearts that were wounded will learn to hope again. Not because the pain was small, but because your courage was greater. So tonight, if the memories are heavy, if the road feels bad, If the world feels unfair, place your hand on your chest. Feel that? That is proof. Proof that war did not win. Because you are still here. And as long as you are here, hope is still alive. Look at the mirror again.
Not the face, not the smile you show the world. Look deeper. Because the person staring back at you knows the truth. They know the dreams you buried, they know the battles you hide, and maybe just maybe the hero you're waiting for is the one in the mirror. The hero you're waiting for is the one in the mirror.
Mama, little girl, lullaby.
My world changed. My little girl, my happiness, you are my everything. Yeah, the day you came, my heart woke up. Tiny hands and I froze right up. Never knew love could feel this way. You changed my night into a bright new day. I promise you I'll always stay. Through every night, through every gray. If the world gets cold outside, Daddy's arms are where you hide. My little girl, my happiness, you are my everything. From your first breath to your first steps, my heart will always sing. Listen, if you fall, I'll lift you high. If you cry, I'm standing by. Every dream inside your eyes, I'll protect your little light. What is big, but don't you fear. You got my love forever here. Even when you old or grow, my little girl, just know. My little girl, my happiness, you are my everything. Through every storm, I'll keep you warm. My heart will always sing. One day you will spread your wings, and when that day
And dear anxiety, you've been loud lately, whispering worst case scenarios in the quiet moments when I'm just trying to breathe. You show up uninvited in crowded rooms and silent nights, in the space between my heartbeats. You tell me I'm not ready, not enough, not strong enough to carry what's coming. But listen carefully, I'm starting to see you differently. Because every time you try to shake me, I learn how to stand. Every time you filled my chest with storms, I learned how to breathe through thunder. You thought you were breaking me, but you were training me. My hands still tremble sometimes. Yes, my mind still races at night. But I am still here, still waking up, still moving forward, one brave step at a time. So dear anxiety, you can sit in the passenger seat if you must, but you are no longer driving my life. I am. And I'm not turning back.
Have you ever held on for a moment? Tears came and brought sorrow. They placed distance between us. They carried our story to the mountain. They carried everything from the heart. But beloved, hold on. The separation now means nothing. After everything, I am still here. I, prisoner 786, sitting between four walls. Did I ever mean something to you? A secret that was hard for you to hide? Tell me, did I ever become at least something you could never forget? Why are you surprised now by this humiliation I face? Is it because I once was the voice of your heart? Or because you carried me as I carried you in my heart? I don't know if you realize I never went far. I wish at least you would know you were the only one who witnessed the dreams I dreamed for you. My love without conditions. Though the separation that once stood between us is gone, where you are now, do you still see me? I, prisoner 786, sitting between four walls. I look again at the letters, remembering all the questions I'm always asked. I don't know the measure of the love I keep for you, because it goes far beyond any scale. Did you ever understand that true love happens only once? God sees what is true. I know I crossed the lines. Society became my judge. Though I wanted to leave the world and come back, knocking on doors, searching for you. With eyes that never lied, I delayed because I was confused. Will what matter return? You let tears flow down your cheeks, then force yourself to stop crying. Let me wipe them away, let me offer my breath. Let it strike the heart. Come on, please smile. I beg you, I ask you. I, prisoner 786, sitting between four walls. We are often troubled by storms. Where did we come from? What was the beginning of all this? Eyes that walk through many tears. Fields planted with poison, trying to destroy my life. The whole world sleeps deeply, wearing blindfolds of ice, but my heart burns. I wonder if it will ever stop. Even excuses for delay fade away. The stars deceive, the night overtakes us. I ache as I look at the sky. A star tries to pull me closer. Will my
my paths disappear? Will you lose me because of these mistakes? You saved me so I wouldn't drown, yet the wave carried my boat away. I miss where I once belonged, and you too can see it was washed away. I am prisoner 786, sitting between four walls. Yes, I sit between four walls. Prisoner 786. Even though my story changed, do not ask why I am distant, and do not take it badly. Even if you are now someone else, I will always remain a friend. Remember this every day. There is a man walking beyond boundaries who would give his life for you. I beg you, please smile. I plead and I ask. Prisoner 786, sitting between four walls.
Yeah, 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 sin, yeah, yeah. Yo, this path at my crib, it's a refuge. Spreads wide, never dries, got that huge juice. Heals all seasons, covers every angle. Neighbors watch close, my folks handle the bundle. Dawn breaks, man, news, gift is blessed. But yo, I felt sin, got me stressed. Started young, back in school days, far from home. Lost in use, made lessons ignored, pitfalls in sight. Forbidden paths we chase in the night. Listen close, fam, hear me say that sin carried me, led me astray. Yeah, my growth came, gave me weapons, no lie. So tomorrow I rise, won't fade, won't die. Father love me, wisdom in my grip. Gonna use my time, life's tight script. Law said nothing, I lived above unknown. Repeating my sins, nights full blown. They call it love, but nah, it's a trap. That sin carried me, I fell in its slap. Pour with your honey, creeping close by. Daylight tricks, good hours fly. Laughs on the branch, plotting to climb. Meeting a mountain owner, lost in time. Save your things, they attacked your lane. Sin carried me, it brought the pain. Yo, sin carried me, it brought the pain. Yo, sin carried me, it brought the pain. Was it right, yo, fear ran the show. Blood spilled on someone I don't even know. Laid above improper moves I made. Paul one taught tricks, life a charade. Saw my problems made life sweet, but I forgot forgiveness, got beat in defeat. Wasted time, energy on the fake. Sin carried me, I couldn't escape. Yeah, blood spilled, life I destroy. Regret, heavy punishment I avoid. Nah, I accept, raise your eyes, see the mistakes. The gestures, temptations, and the stakes. Young blood, guard yourself, keep it tight. Tomorrow is hidden, watch the night. Everything planned, late from the start. I fell in sin, it carried my heart. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Have you ever noticed how we keep waiting? Waiting for more money, waiting for a better house, waiting for someone to love us, waiting for life to finally begin. But what if life already began? What if happiness is not something you find, but something you create? Look around you, that small room, it holds your dreams. That simple meal, it keeps you alive. That one friend who checks on you, that is wealth. We think happiness is expensive, but sometimes it is just waking up healthy. It is breathing without pain, it is laughing at something stupid, it is sitting alone with music and feeling peace. You don't need everything, you need appreciation. You don't need a perfect life, you need perspective. Some people are praying for the life you are complaining about. Create joy from small things. Drink your tea slowly, watch the sunset carefully, talk kindly to yourself. Because happiness is not found in one day, it is built in today. And if you can smile with little, you will be unstoppable when you have more. You don't need more to be happy. You need less fear. And and more gratitude.
They didn't believe in me. They looked at us and saw potential, but never promised. They heard our dreams and called them noise. They saw our age and called it weakness. The youth of today, they say we are distracted. They say we are lost. They say we don't understand struggle, but what they don't see are the nights we stay awake, fighting battles we never speak about. They don't see the pressure of trying to build a future in a world that doubts your every move. They don't hear the silence we sit in when nobody believes in the vision burning inside our chest. Yes, they didn't believe in us, but listen carefully. History never asked for permission from the doubters. Greatness has always been built by the ones people underestimated. While they were watching, we were working. While they were doubting, we were learning. While they were sleeping, we were becoming. We are the youth they overlooked, the generation they misunderstood, the dreamers who refuse to stay small. So no, we don't need everyone to believe. We only need time, we only need discipline. We only need one moment where preparation meets opportunity. And when that moment comes, they will say we appeared from nowhere, but we will know the truth. We built this in the dark. They didn't believe in me, but I believed, and that was enough.
Yeah, 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 sin, yeah, yeah. Yo, this path at my crib, it's a refuge. Spreads wide, never dries, got that huge juice. Heals all seasons, covers every angle. Neighbors watch close, my folks handle the bundle. Dawn breaks, man, news, gift is blessed. But yo, I felt sin, got me stressed. Started young, back in school days, far from home. Lost in use, made lessons ignored, pitfalls in sight. Forbidden paths we chase in the night. Listen close, fam, hear me say that sin carried me, led me astray. Yeah, my growth came, gave me weapons, no lie. So tomorrow I rise, won't fade, won't die. Father love me, wisdom in my grip. Gonna use my time, life's tight script. Law said nothing, I lived above unknown. Repeating my sins, nights full blown. They call it love, but nah, it's a trap. That sin carried me, I fell in its slap. Pour with your honey, creeping close by. Daylight tricks, good hours fly. Laughs on the branch, plotting to climb. Meeting a mountain owner, lost in time. Save your things, they attacked your lane. Sin carried me, it brought the pain. Yo, sin carried me, it brought the pain. Yo, sin carried me, it brought the pain. Was it right, yo, fear ran the show. Blood spilled on someone I don't even know. Laid above improper moves I made. Paul one taught tricks, life a charade. Saw my problems made life sweet, but I forgot forgiveness, got beat in defeat. Wasted time, energy on the fake. Sin carried me, I couldn't escape. Yeah, blood spilled, life I destroy. Regret, heavy punishment I avoid. Nah, I accept, raise your eyes, see the mistakes. The gestures, temptations, and the stakes. Young blood, guard yourself, keep it tight. Tomorrow is hidden, watch the night. Everything planned, laid from the start. I fell in sin, it carried my heart. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
There is a voice, older than our noise, quieter than our fears, speaking from the dust of kings. He says, vanity of vanities, everything is vanity. Tell me, what do we really gain from the endless grind? From the mornings we chase and the nights we sacrifice? The sun still rises, like it always has. The sun still sets, like it always will.
The wind keeps running in circles, round and round and round, like a man chasing purpose in a world that never stops moving. Rivers rush into the sea, but the sea is never full. And the human heart, never satisfied. We see more, but we still feel empty. We hear more, but we still feel lost. There is nothing new under the sun. What has been will be again. What is done will be done again. So I searched. I chased laughter, I tasted pleasure. I built things, I achieved things, I became someone. But when the noise faded, it was still there. Quiet question, was it worth it? Because even success can feel like chasing the wind. And then wisdom spoke again. There is a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to be silent and a time to speak. Listen carefully. Life is not random. It moves in seasons. And maybe, just maybe, peace comes not from controlling the time, but from understanding when your time has come. So breathe, slow down, and remember. Under the sun